Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I'll show you how to create and start threads in Java. So before we get started with coding, here are some things to know about threads. A thread is a unit of code that's scheduled to be executed by your operating system. Threads can communicate with each other by sharing and accessing the same data. Threads can be executed concurrently, and that means at the same time. Threads can surpass or interrupt each other. Threads may not necessarily be executed in order once started. Threads are managed by the thread scheduler. A thread can process many tasks, but one at a time. A task is a single unit of work or statement run by the thread. A task is defined using the runnable interface through a class or a lambda expression. A process is a group of threads. Thread types are system threads and user-defined threads. System threads are created by the Java Virtual Machine or JVM. User-defined threads are created by you, the developer. User-defined thread types are Constructor Platform, Factory Platform, and Factory Virtual Threads. Platform threads use up operating system resources when idle, and virtual threads do not use up operating system resources when idle. So for our first coding task, we will create a Constructor Platform Thread. And this is for JDK 21 or older. And we're going to be doing this in IntelliJ. So I put a link in the description on how to get IntelliJ and JDK installed. So what I have here is a new Java project in IntelliJ. And what we're going to be doing is creating messages for our main thread. So the main thread is the first thread that gets run when you start your Java program. And these messages will be a queue to just let us know that the main thread has started and ended at some point. So let's go here and type SOUT, hit the tab key, and that will generate a println statement. Now type your quotes, and in there have the message read, main thread started. Select this line, copy it. Let's go to a few lines down, paste, and let's have this read, main thread ended. So next we will create our first task using the runnable interface. And this task will display a message indicating that the Constructor Platform Thread has started. So let's go here and then type runnable. And let's name this variable display message task. Type space and equals. And next we will create the lambda expression. So type parentheses and then type dash and graded and sign. And then type braces, opening, closing braces, and then type your semicolons. So this right here is your lambda expression, and the task or the code that's going to be executed by the thread is going to go in between these braces. So let's go there, and then let's go ahead and type south and generate our println statement. And in there, let's type Constructor Platform Thread started. So now that we have our runnable, next we will create the Constructor Platform Thread. So let's go here outside of the lambda expression and create a variable. And let's name it Constructor Thread. And then type equals, and then type new thread, parentheses, and a semicolon. Now let's select the reference variable for our task, copy it, and then go here in the thread constructor and paste. All right, so now we have a thread object. Next we will start it. So select the constructor thread reference variable, copy it, come here and paste, And then to start the thread, type dot start. So the start method starts your thread. And let's go to the next line and do one more thing. So paste the constructor thread reference variable and then type dot join. So the join method will ensure that this custom thread that we just created will be executed. It's going to ensure that it's not going to be interrupted by the main thread. So this join method also throws an exception, so it needs to be handled or thrown. So just place your mouse over join, and then you should see something here that says add exception to method signature. So click on that, and that red line will go away. So let's run our program, and you should see messages from the main thread and the constructor platform thread. So keep in mind that these messages may not appear in order. So for our next coding task, we will create a factory platform thread. So note that this is only available for JDK 21 and probably later. So we're going to continue from where we left off in our last coding task, and we'll create a new runnable that will display a message and execute a for loop. So let's come here and select that first runnable, copy it. Let's go a few lines down and paste. And let's rename this reference variable as display numbers task. So just replace message with numbers. And here you can have the message read factory platform thread started. And then let's go after that line, still in the lambda expression, and create a loop that iterates or repeats 5 times. So type for parentheses, braces. Let's go inside of the for loop header and type int space I equals 0. That's where our loop will get started. And then type I less than 5, semicolon, and then I plus plus. And then inside of the for loop, let's go ahead and print out I. Okay, so that is the runnable for our second thread. So let's go here and create our factory platform thread. So type var, and let's name the variable platform thread. And then type equals, and type thread dot of platform. And then we can start the thread right away. So type dot start. We can pass our new runnable in here. So select the reference variable for the new runnable, copy it, come here and paste. And then type your semicolon. So let's go to the next line, and we will apply this join call so that this thread will not be interrupted by the main thread. So copy the platform thread reference variable, paste, and type a dot, and then join, and semicolon. So let's start our program. And you should see the message and the numbers triggered by the factory platform thread. Now you may not necessarily see this in the same order as I have. So for our last coding task, we will create a factory virtual thread. So this again is for JDK 21 and probably later. And factory virtual threads are more efficient than factory platform threads, because when this type of thread is idle, it's not going to use up any operating system resources. So we're going to create another runnable. So let's select this one, copy, let's go a few lines down and paste. And let's name this display greetings task. Let's change the message here to factory virtual thread started. And we can come here next to I and combine that with a string. And we can have it read hello from the virtual thread. And just add your plus to combine it. Now we will create the virtual thread. So let's scroll down and hit enter and then type var. Let's name the variable virtual thread. And then type space equals and then type thread dot of virtual. And then type dot start. Let's scroll up and get our runnable. So select the display greetings task and copy it. Come back here and paste it to the start method. And then type your semicolon. Let's go to the next line. And then let's apply join to the virtual thread. So copy that and paste and then type dot join. So let's run our program. And you should see the messages triggered by the virtual thread. So that is it for this multi-threading lesson. Be sure to look out for more lessons in the playlist, and thank you for watching.